I have really been reconnecting with the truth that God is Redeemer. And it has been really powerful realizing that He still sees me as someone who's able to be redeemed. I've spent the majority of my life doing things my way, doing what pleased me and my flesh, rebelling against all the things that God was showing me and pointing out to me as truths. And I do think I really counted myself out. I counted myself out as someone that He could use, as someone who was even redeemable, as someone who could leave my past behind and move forward as the person that I know that He was developing me to be. And then Him making it clear the direction that He wanted me to take. I honestly didn't see how I could move forward and just starting to hit that record button and starting to speak, because I honestly never felt like I had anything to say. I think about the limitations that I have a lot of times, and it holds me back from getting out of my head and going the direction that I know for sure that He's been telling me. And without realizing it, I realized that I was repeating my old habits of being rebellious when God gave me a clear direction of what to take and what to start doing. And I was just sitting on it because honestly, I was afraid of how it would look and how I would present myself. I don't like being on camera. I'm so used to being behind the scenes. And so I was just trying to grasp in my natural mind how it's going to look if I do take that leap of faith and doing exactly what it is that I know that He's been laying on my heart to do for so long. And I know that it stemmed from me feeling like I was unredeemable. I feel like I had sinned so much against God, and I knew that a lot of times I was doing things knowing the truth and still suppressing the truth just to live the life that I wanted to live, just to be who I thought I wanted to be or who I thought I really was. My whole identity was lost. It was lost because it wasn't rooted in Him. And throughout these last few years, He's really been working on me and rebuilding what my identity looks like, but it being rooted in Him this time. And instilling truths that I can no longer just push aside, that doesn't allow me to just walk in my ways that I want to live, that pleases my own desires, but He is now making sure that I have pressing convictions to know that it's His way or no way at all, because my way is not working. My way doesn't work. My way will never work. And my way is only leading me in one direction, and that path is destruction. This journey hasn't been easy whatsoever, because what He has called me to, it's hard, it's tough. It has a lot of weight, and it feels like I'm incapable of holding those weights and lifting them. But He reminds me daily that it is not I who lift the weights, it is Him. It's He who helps me. He gives me the strength to move forward, and it does start with something from me. And so I've been learning how to push my feelings and my emotions aside from viewing things in my logic and trying to analyze every single thing from A to Z, but just believing that if He told me to do something, that it is my responsibility to be obedient, and that I can no longer walk in the ways of rebellion anymore. I can't do things based off of my feelings and what I want, because it's not about me. This life that I lived when I gave my life back to Christ, it came with contingencies. It came with me making promises, and it came with me surrendering my heart and my everything to Him. And so when we do surrender everything to God and we do make promises to Him, it comes with a collection, and that collection is we hold the weight and the responsibility to carry through what we say we're going to do, and He is going to hold us to it as He should, because if we make promises to people, we want them to come through on those promises as well. So this is my first time in life that I can honestly say that I am truly holding up to my end of the bargain. And I do want to continue to hold up on my end of the deal. And so even if it means that I get to be uncomfortable sitting in front of a camera, talking about God only knows what, whether I make sense or whether I don't make sense, whether I look crazy or whether people can relate, all those things doesn't matter, because if He asks me to do something and He asks me to put myself on camera to speak, then so be it. I'd be uncomfortable. just doing what he tells me to do, because honestly it's the least that I can do. And so it has been beautiful going through this journey, regardless of the days that are painful, regardless of the times that I get down, regardless of what things feel like, regardless of if I'm uncomfortable. It's beautiful because I get to go through it with him. And I think that's all that he wanted me to see, is that when I begin to do what it is that he's asking me to do, regardless of how great or small it is, it will only be hard if I'm pushing against the things that he's trying to do in my life. But it has been beautiful because lately I've been seeing the transition. I've been seeing that he is bringing me through a space where I know the trajectory is going to change, and everything that I thought, every plan that I made for my life, although it's nowhere near that direction, and I truly know deep down in my heart he's going to switch it up all on me. And although I don't know where I'm going and I don't know where it is that he's taking me, I do know that it's going to blow my mind, because as of lately, I can see the inner workings that he's done in my life and how he's growing me and maturing me in my faith. And he's growing me in how I'm able to just view the goodness of God again, because I lost faith and I lost hope that he would do anything else good for me. And I'm sure there's other people who can probably relate to that feeling of feeling like you're only hopeless because everyone around you and everything around you seems like it's living and going on well. And it feels like you're the only solo person whose life is caving in on them while everyone else is enjoying life. I can assure you that I do understand what that feels like, and you're not the only one. And it does get better, but it does require something from us. It requires that we tap into God and lean in on him. Everything changed once I made the decision to make an effort to push closer to Christ. And it was there and only there that I'd seen the change in my life. Even when things weren't really changing itself, the situations and circumstances weren't changing, but my mindset and my perspective was changing on how I viewed what I was going through. He wants our full joy to come from him. He wants all of our strength to be pulled from him. He doesn't want us to do it in our own selves. And so if you're in a season where everything is weighing down on you, I promise you it does get better, but he's just asking for you to lean on him. He's just asking you to draw nearer to him. He's asking for you to pull every bit of your strength and trust that he's got you regardless of what it seems like and regardless of what it feels like. I promise you that God has not forgotten about you. I promise you that he still loves you. He is just waiting for you to draw near to him so that he can draw near to you. And it's then and only then that you will start seeing transformation in your own life.